Also die Stoßschlitten, das Team der Stoßschlitten führten hier in der Bielefeld und vor Winterberg. Eine Minute noch bis zum Start des Stoßschlittens, offizielle Bahnzeit 17:57, official track time 17:57. Bis zum Start des Stoßschlittens, Videoklasse aus den Niederlanden.
Night has fallen in Winterberg in Germany, and with it the return of the snowfall that plagued this morning's men's skeleton competition. Hello everybody, Happy New Year! Welcome back to Winterberg, to the Dutch Alps, to Renn-Wochenende, to whatever you like to call it. It's cold, there is a bit of wind behind the snow as well, so conditions are going to be tough for our mixed teams competition. The first of the new year, second of the season after we raced in this format in Altenburg in December. As ever, the Winterberg track is going to produce plenty of opportunity for upset. A fast start always handy, from the start, from the new, well, now not that new building, you go into little zero curve, try and handle that smoothly down into turn 1. So this is where we rejoin the old track, turn 1 into turn 2, sort of 3 little pressure waves there, and then little corner 3 again, just slightly up onto that, uphill, over the brow in 4, and then flat, dropping down about 3 stories here in corner 5. Here the Windrush accelerate through 6 and into the Kreisel. You slow down a little here, 270 degree, 2 pressure corner, come out clean into corner 8, and then big corner 9. This left-hander sets you up for the bottom part of the track. Little dink at 10, where was it? Here's 11, and then 12, quickly into 13, and then down to corner 14. The seal curve, the finish corner, 2 big pressures and a tiny little add-on at the end, and across the line, hopefully the right way up and with maximum speed. So the start is determined by a light system, and any movement before the red lights have gone off but the green light comes on will be penalised by a massive time penalty, much more than you'll lose by being slightly slower away. So reaction time is useful, but too much reaction or anticipation can be very dodgy. Now there's one of the most successful men in this format of racing, Austin Florian. Kimberly Bos entering a race for the first time in this team competition with the Netherlands. Well, Austin Florian's had a silver and a bronze medal in the last 2 or 3 outings. Silver medal in Altenburg with Sarah Roderick. He had a bronze with Katie Eulander as well. And there aren't too many others that have been more successful. Elena Peltman's on the left, and on the right-hand side, her Belgian teammate Colin Freeling. Now, not only do we have a pair of athletes, 1 male, 1 female from each nation, but in some of these teams we actually have a family represented. For Denmark, brother and sister, and for the Czech Republic, cousins. So it's all in the family, in those 2 teams at least. 19 teams on our start list. Unfortunately, Julia Erlacher and Alexander Schlintner have withdrawn for Austria, so we still have Austria 1. They'll go 3rd last, and that will be Janine Flock making her first appearance in this format of racing. Here we go. Let's get our 2nd World Cup mixed team skeleton competition of the season underway, and a very first time in this competition for Spain's Clara Aznar. Every other time, Adrian Rodriguez has been paired with Ana Torres Quevedo. So he's had 5 previous races, and she has making her very first start. 2800's not a fast reaction time, but good and safe. 9.83 start, and of course the start is going to be much slower because the athlete is waiting to respond to an external stimulus rather than going when they want to. So your 5-second and just under 5-second starts for the men, and 5 and just under 6-second starts for the women are not going to be matched in this race. The rest of the track, though, remains the same. A little bit of snow in the air in the last hour or so. There is a bit of a gusty wind blowing, so conditions aren't quite as clear as they were this afternoon for the women's race. But Clara getting her first opportunity to race here. Not sure whether Anna Mirambel has just decided to put her in the team to give her some experience of this competition as well, or whether Ana Torres Quevedo, for some reason, isn't quite up to her best. But Clara comes down 1:04.80. So the deal is, next athlete doesn't go immediately. It's not like a relay with a baton being passed on, or if you've watched the luge team relays, they hit a paddle that sets the green light off at the top. Once the track is clear, once the athlete is out, the second athlete in the team, the male slider, will be asked by the officiating jury member if he is clear and ready to go. When he says yes, then the light countdown will start. So it's not a massive rush as such, but Adrian Fernandez now up for Spain. Total time for both runs, start to finish, just like if it was a single race with the same slider doing 2 runs, total elapsed time is what counts. So there's the audible that the countdown is starting. The red lights approach you, and then you get the audible, that bing, That's the green to go. 1700 a second. That's a good reaction time from Adrian Fernandez. Anything under 700 of a second is defined as a jump start. 61 kilometers an hour in the first speed trap. Now, of course, not comparable with his teammate because he's a male slider, she's a female slider, and almost inevitably their starting pace will be different. Their mass will be different. The all-up weight of the sled and athlete is different. So all sorts of different factors, but that will remain a constant all the way through the competition. So for now, Spain will take the lead. The teams are seeded, so the teams with the best previous experience combined over their two athletes, and you don't have to use the same team each time, you don't have to use the same athlete pairings, but the anticipation is that the best pair will go last, and the pair least likely to claim gold, if you like, will go first. So there's Ana Mirambel, veteran slider, now retired after the 22 games, and driving on this Spanish program. So 2:05.84 is the team time to beat. And again, when we compare the teams, some teams in relation to others will have maybe a stronger female slider compared to their competitors, or maybe a stronger male slider compared to their competitors. So it's the combination of both runs that makes this particularly interesting. Next up for Switzerland, Julius Imchen and Livio Sommermatter. Now this duo have slid together consistently 3 or 4 times since they joined the World Cup. And away goes Julius Imchen. 14th in the World Championships here in 2024 they were. And she gets a 9:45 start. Action time, 1600ths of a second, so that's already 1200ths faster than her Spanish rival. So at the moment you can see she's 8/10ths up the team on Spain. That's female slider versus female slider. And then when her teammate Livio Sommermatter comes down, then it will be total time comparison that we're seeing on the right-hand side. The individual athlete speeds are shown on the left-hand side, and that compares again with their counterpart, male or female. Not a bad-looking run from Julius Imchen. Started in the German program, so she should know this Winterberg track as well as any. Across the line, 1.64 up, 1:03.16. So she gives her teammate a very handy advantage after the first run. 1:03.16 to 1:04.80 of Clara Atznar. That means that Livio Sommermatter, if he is quicker than Adrian Rodriguez, will add to that advantage, build the team's lead over Spain. This is the second of the Swiss teams. The next actually follows immediately after. So, athlete is confirmed ready. Coach leaves the sled on the ice. Don't twitch. Do not move the sled. It's against everything they're used to. Just saw him almost hesitate at the start, but a very good reaction time, 0.15, that's decent indeed. And his start time, 8.14. So he's outstarted Adrian Rodriguez. And with that first run advantage from his teammate Julius Imchen, now Livio Sommermatter adding to that. And this is looking like a nice smooth run again from the young Swiss slider. Lots of promise in this Swiss program. Young athletes absolutely buzzing to be here. Spain, your leaders in the bottom. Julia Simson, contesting team, currently on track at the top. They come across the line 2.5 seconds up. So 2:03.33 is the time to beat. And that run was a 1:00.17 for Livio Sumamata. So 60.17, slower than the individual run, either of his individual runs in the men's competition, because the start is very different from what they're used to. They can't go when they decide, and they can't get any rhythm going because they may not move. But a good-looking side from both of our Swiss athletes.
Thanks for watching.
So there are your leaders. Livio on the left, Julia Simson on the right. And next, their teammates, Sarah Schmidt and Vincenz Buff. They've had 4 races together, this duo, 2 12ths, and they were 11th in the World Championships here. So the better of the 2 Swiss pairs in the Worlds in February 8:98 start. So a little quicker again than Julia. And the reaction time, 2800ths, wasn't as fast. But 8400s up, so that speed at the start really helping her. This is a direct comparison with her own teammate. She started a 10th slower in her reaction time. And her start ended up being about half a second faster. Building that advantage. Only the 3rd best speed. I wonder if the track is starting to change a little. More moisture in the air. Temperature's dropping definitely, but it's still snowing, so not really plummeting. Nice looking run for Sarah Schmidt. Little low line there in 14, but a 1:01.81. And Julia Simson, a 1:03.16, so a big advantage for the better seeded of the 2 Swiss teams. I won't say better fancied. I'm sure somebody thinks that their teammates have a better opportunity. But Sarah Schmidt, you can see the quads. That's why she's got that starting speed. And next up, her teammate Vincenz Buff. The classic long, lean, rangy skeleton athlete, body shape. Does not hurt. Now, he doesn't have the quickest getaway, but should probably match Livio Sumamata. Let's see where we go. First of all, the reaction time. 0.25. Well, loses a 10th to Livio on the reaction time. At the start, 0.89. Faster. So started 8.60. So his start was actually slower, but they had that first run advantage, and that is growing now. It's a stylish slider, Vincenz Buff. Like watching him on the ice. 7700s up, and best speed into the Kreisel. Tracking down into 9. Nice clean run so far. No major dramas. Still in the green, building the lead, a little late, off 11, 12, across the line, 1:08.45, Switzerland 1 take the lead from Switzerland 2. So the total time, 2:02.26. And Sarah Schmidt with the first leg, strong start. She's got the speed over Julia Simson in that start area and didn't give it away. Little twitch from Vincenz Buff. Looks like it didn't register. Well, there's the long and the short of it, isn't it? Very different body types work in skeleton. Now then, we've had national teams. This is a national team as well for the Czech Republic, but it is a pair of cousins. Anna Fernstedt, who took her best ever women's race result this afternoon with a silver medal, tying her best ever result. 2 silver medals she's had now for the Czech Republic in women's skeleton. So close to the gold. What can she do here? Well, she's not got as fast a start. 9:12 the getaway. Silver medalists, her and her teammate Timon Dranovsky in Altenburg in February of last year. 17th in the World Championships, and they were 8th in Altenburg in December. It's a good sliding combination. And here on German ice again, Anna really flew today. This might see them in the leader's box a while. Second best speed. If she can produce anything like the run she had in the women's encounter, then they have got a strong chance here. Across the line, the time 1:01.49. Sarah Schmidt came down at 1:01.81, so that is a big first run advantage. Now her teammate and cousin Timon Dranovsky has got to outrace Vincent Spuff, the male half of Swiss One. A big smile on the face of Anna Fernstedt, as well there might be. Big day for her again today. Anna Fernstedt, also a medalist in the team's competition in the old days when there used to be men and women's skeleton and women's bob and 2-man bob as well. Now to get it into the Olympic Games, it's skeleton only. And this format will be used for the very first time in Milan Cortina 2026. Decent reaction time, 15/100ths of a second from Timon Dranovsky. That's really important. You can gain so much on that. And the 8.52 start is quicker than Vincent Spuff as well, so he's adding to Anna's advantage. (16/100ths of a second though. Gaps coming down. Ooh, and a little squirrely. Dropping into the red. Sled is skidding around underneath him. He's not got the control, and that means he hasn't got the speed. The Swiss are going to stay in the lead. 1 medal today for Anna Fernstedt, but not a second. So the Czech Republic dropped back 2:02.65. 1:01.16 the run for Timon Dranovsky. So the first of our family teams slips into second place. Switzerland won, the current leaders from the Czech Republic. And there you see Timon Dranovsky, the sled skidding away underneath him. Wild hair for a wild ride. Next up, our Chinese duo, Xiao Dan and Lin Chin Wei. Now, it's a first ever team race for Lin, but Xiao Dan has done this 5 times, including in the World Championships. 2 with Chen Wenhao, 2 with Yen Cheng, 1 with Yan Wengang. 8:89 the start. .18 RT, which is a decent reaction time. Chinese athletes a little bit at sea today. Is there going to be some redemption here in the team's competition? There's always a little bit less pressure, but everybody is very much aware now that this is confirmed as an Olympic discipline. So in a little over 12 months from now, it's going to get very serious indeed. There will be Olympic medals up for grabs. 101.46, good run from Xiao Dan. Sarah Schmidt came down 101.81 for the Swiss team that leads. And Dan with a handy advantage. So, first time with this start, and it's not something that you often think about in the regular routine of things. So let's see what Lin Chen Wei can do here. He had such a good run in the men's competition. No wonder they've put him into the team, because clearly he went well today. And didn't over-anticipate the start. Not the greatest reaction time, but safe is much better than over-anticipating. Gets a lot of the zero curve. But the advantage, 1.1 seconds. Best velocity as well from a 7.85 start. That's a fantastically quick getaway for this part of the field, and that's part of Lin's package, is that he does start so strongly. 1.47 seconds up, best speed into the Chrysler. It's not the tidiest run. Their coach and sled builder Dirk Matchens has clearly got some good equipment under Lin. Lin is finding a way to use it for high in 11, but across the line, he's going to be the leader. China will hang on ahead of Switzerland by 1.4 seconds, very nearly. So China won with the lead. There is a China 2 team coming up in a couple of minutes' time as well. But Xiao Dan and Lin Chen Wei, your new race leaders. Well, Dan's got a good start and good experience as well. Lin, new to the World Cup this season, but he really has a rocket getaway, and that definitely not hurting. And he had a good men's singles race this morning. Now for the USA, a successful sliding pair. Sarah Roderick and Daniel Barefoot. Sarah took silver with Austin Florian in Altenburg in December. They were 9th together, Sarah and Dan Barefoot, in Altenburg in February of last year. 8.53, that's not a bad getaway either from Sarah Roderick. Reaction time, 0.17, was pretty decent. Nice, smooth-looking run. She's got that right elbow sticking out a little. Real signature of her sliding style. Ninth best speed. So still in the lead over Xiao Dan of China, but by how much? 3/10 it is. And at the line, they'll be in the green, 1600ths of a second. Means Dan Barefoot is going to have to produce a big run to keep them in front of China 1, because Lin Chen Wei had a good start and a strong run down.
All right. Thanks, Carly. Sorry I was so grumpy last time. MVP, Carly. We love Carly. Well done.
All right, so as Sarah looks for a jacket in her down bag, Dan Barefoot is at the top of the track. Coach Zach Lund puts the sled on ice. Zach must have done a few four-way team competitions in his time, I would have thought. Five red lights on, and then away we go. 1900ths of a second, the RT. Good reaction time from Dan Barefoot. Not as fast at the start, though, as Lin. 8.18 compared to 7.85, so he's going to have to outdrive the Chinese slider. USA team 2 in the red. 3200s back. Nice smooth run so far. Dan Barefoot with the best speed of all into the Kreisel. That could be important. Little flop on the exit. Down into 9, third best speed. Still in the red, and too far back to overhaul the Chinese. They're going to slip into second place behind China. So the USA 5100s back.
China bleibt weiter vorne. Die USA
And a 60.08 run for Dan Barefoot. There you are, done for the day. And at some stage, they're going to be able to go off and get dinner and then start to pack up and motor over to Switzerland. That's a great shot, love that. See the lights reflected in the helmet. So, Dan Barefoot, Sarah Rogic, done with Winterberg. Next up, China versus China. Li Yuxi and Yen Cheng. So their fifth race, they beg your pardon, they were fifth together in Altenburg in December. It is their third race together as a team. 0.12, that's a great reaction time. Fastest we've seen so far. And 600s faster than her teammate, 8.83. 8.89, Xiao Dan. This is going to be close, isn't it? A 10th in it. That's one tiny error somewhere. Down to 700s. You heard the toast here. Speed's not great into the Kreisel. Might be in the red by curve 9. She is in the red. Only the 9th best speed in corner 9. How far behind will she be? She's really stopping the time elapsing. 101.55, just 900ths in it. Very close between the two Chinese sliders. Well, Li Yuqi looking happy with that. Limited the damage done by Xiao Dan. Let's see now what Yin Cheng can produce. Had a shocker in the men's race. I mean, absolutely awful. Third here in the World Championships in the men singles in February, and barely in the top 20 this afternoon. I mean, what a different pair of slides he had, and really no redemption in the second run either. So this is it. This is his last chance this year to get a good run out of Winterberg. Quite high up 0. Now that might just be a reflection of the sleds they're using, what you need to get it round 0. 3300s back. We will have a Chinese leader at the end of this run, but it's not going to be China 2. Li Yuqi and Yen Cheng. He has not got this figured out today. Gap continues to grow. 4 tenths, nearly 5 tenths back now. They're only 900ths back after Lee's run. And that shows where Yin is as regards this track. 4100ths back.
Finish time 2 minutes 1.28.
Well, not a great run. 2:01.28, 4100ths behind their teammates. So China 1-2, USA 3, ahead of the Swiss 1 team. Great reaction, 1200ths of a second from Li Yuqi. But Yin Cheng not able to carry the weight in the anchor leg. Bundestrainer Christian Baud holding the sled for, well, not for a German slider, for Nana Johansson. Answers on a postcard. Have we ever had a brother and sister sliding together in the same team? I think not. This is the first time we've had a Danish team in the team's competition. 0.21 reaction time, being cautious. It's her first light start of her career. It's only her second World Cup weekend. Nana Johansson, the younger sister of Rasmus. So the teenager goes first. First Danish team, first brother and sister team. And if you want to be strictly pedantic, this is actually the Johanssons taking on the rest of the world, as well as the Danes. So what does this family have? I have to look at this in a family versus family comparison with the team from the Czech Republic. Nana Johansson starting 9:37, Anna Fernstedt started 9:12. So in family fortunes, Czech Republic have a slight edge at the moment. 1.52 back with a 1:02.98. What did Anna do? A 1:01.49, so 1.5 seconds or so faster Anna Fernstedt was than Nana Johansson, as rightly she should be, with about a decade more experience and a lot of it on German tracks. Well, some of it for Nana and for her older brother Rasmus will have been on German tracks with the German team, same as Anna Fernstedt in the early part of her career. So for the Johansson family team and Denmark, Rasmus Johansson, let's see what the reaction time is. Look pretty decent, 0.18, that'll do. And the start, an 8.20. They're going to struggle to try and beat the Chinese teams. Might struggle to try and beat the Americans as well. But in the battle of the families, the Czech Republic in 5th place. Total time they have to beat is 2:02.65 to be the better family. Good speed from Rasmus Johansson. Sister's a couple of seasons behind in terms of her sliding development. Second fastest down at the bottom for Rasmus Johansson. The Danes are not going to take the lead, but where are they going to be at the finish line? China won't stay in the leader's box. Nana watches Rasmus across the line. They're 6th. They are just behind the Czech Republic. So the Czech Republic win the family battle. But a decent slide from Rasmus Johansson, 59.91 downtime. Well, first time for him in the team's competition, and for sister Nana, first time for Denmark as well. And getting to compete for your country with your sibling. It's got to be fun, right?
That's my sister.
Hey, I'm telling them. Now then, no family relation here. We are back to just national teammates with Belgium's Elena Peltman and Colin Freeling. Third time they've competed together. 8th in St. Moritz last season. 13th in the World Championships here in February. So reaction time, very good for Elena, 0.12. And a 9:47 start. Both sliding Bromley sleds. Elena Peltman's trains with Kimberly Bos of the Netherlands. Coached by Christian Bromley, Dr. Ice, and her teammate Colin Freeling. Dad very much involved with the Belgian Federation and also with the IBSF. It's a sliding family. Little wild down at the bottom, Elena Peltman's. What's she got at the line? Across she comes, 1:03.15. So 1.85 behind China 1, our current leaders. And that puts them in the same sort of position as potentially Czech Republic and Denmark. Let's see what Colin Freeling can produce. On the right-hand side in the black jacket and cap, Gatis Goods, competition director for IBSF. Former Latvian bobsledder, of course. So snow still falling gently, not too much wind behind it at the moment, luckily. Away we go. Reaction time around 0.2, bang on 0.2 of a second. So start 8.70. And he too slower away than our leading team. China's Xiaodan and Lin Chen-wei. Lin starting in 7.85, fastest men's start so far. Little late, and a flop as he comes out of 9, down into 11. I beg your pardon, out of the Kreisel now, that's out of 9, down into 11 now. And building speed through the lower labyrinth, 12-13. Here's corner 14. Across the line, they are in 8th position, ahead of Spain, but behind Switzerland too. Again, all experience, it's more runs on the track.
30. Nun sehen wir aus Italien, Italia 2, Alessia Kripper und Michael.
Well, there's Elena Peltman's helmet. And again, those lights, hard not to be distracted. It's a strange dynamic. Changes everything they've spent years learning to do at the start. Not in control of their own destiny. It's an uncomfortable place for an athlete to be. Of course, if you start as a sprinter and you're waiting for the gun, then maybe not so unfamiliar. Next up, Italy 2, Alessia Crippa, Amedeo Bagnis. Now, a first time together for this duo. Alessia Crippa previously raced on a number of occasions with Mattia Gaspari, best of 6th in Altenberg in December. Amedeo Bagnis with Valentina Margaglio. They won in St. Moritz in January last year. So how do they compare as a duo? Billy Schneider swapping the Italian athletes around team to team to try and find a good combination that works. Maybe just for this track, maybe not for the future. $200s up on Xiaodan of China. This is a head-to-head between the two female athletes. Not quite with the speed on board that Xiaodan had, a tenth behind. The further she drops back, of course, the more work there is for her teammate to do. 1600s back. Amadea Banias might have to outdrive Lin Chen-wei by a quarter of a second. That's not going to be easy. 101.71 for Alessia Kripa, Xiaodan a 101.46. So lots of work for Amadeo Banias to do. But he has got the pace. They won in St. Moritz last year, or he won with Valentina Margalio, ahead of Suzanne Kreher and Felix Kaisinger. Jackie Pfeiffer and Felix Seibel completed the podium in that race. .21, not the fastest reaction time. Let's see what the start looks like. 8.34. Lin Chen-wei was 7.85. So a lot of work to do now for Amadeo Banias. 1.57 seconds back. The Italians at the moment not going to be in the top three, 1.9 seconds back. They're not going to be in the top five. They may struggle to beat Denmark at this rate. Steadying the ship a little, but dropping behind Denmark. On target for 7th place only at the moment, Italy too. Amadeo Banias not finding the lines at all this evening. 2.2 seconds back, a 101.39 from Amadeo Banias. Seventh place, and we still have 7 teams to go. Well, it snows a bit late for Christmas, but it is definitely snowing more now. That's not going to help any of the pursuing teams. Not sure that the Italians will blame that. Alessia Kripa was a quarter of a second back, but Amadeo Banias can do nothing about that margin. So to Valentina Margalio, the first of our Italy 1 team, paired with Mattia Gaspari, winner in St. Moritz last January. World Championship bronze medalists together in Altenburg 2020, the very first time we had a skeleton-only team race, but that was before the reaction start was introduced. 8.90 getaway for Valentina Margalio. Really want to see the Italians getting their mojo back in the second part of this season, in the final few races. They have been looking a little lost at sea, which is not what you want from any nation, and particularly one where you know the athletes are heading into a home Winter Games. The pressure they'll be putting on themselves is enormous. But look at Valentina's legs, never out behind her, always countering a slide. You cannot drive these sleds the way they're set up. And I don't know if Willi Schneider is saying to them, this is how it has to be. You have to learn how to go fast with these sleds like they are. I don't know. It's just not working. 102.84 for Valentina Margalio. And Xiaodan 101.46, so 1.4 seconds. 1.54 seconds. Mattia Gaspari has to be faster. Mattia, best of 6th place in Altenburg in December 2023 in this format. And that was with Alessia Kripa. Well, his start 8.43. So the gap is going to grow. Italy 2 in 7th, and at the moment Italy 1 may not match that, but Mattia Gaspari looked a lot more composed on the ice in the men's race this morning than his teammate Amadeo Bañez did. Little late flop there. A little more snow on the track. 7th best speed. They're not going to stay on par with their teammates. Their teammates are 7th at the moment. This will only just be in the top 10. Chinese stay in the leaders box. 9th place for Italy 1.
2 minutes 3.5. Also 2 Minuten 3 bis zum Spielzeit für das zweite italienische Duell. Italien einsetzt auf dem Ziel Platz 9.
60.73 run for Mattia Gaspari. Well, he always has fun, and he definitely had better results in the men's race this morning. And Valentina struggling with her sled. Less so, it seems, for Mattia.
Well done,
Maybe
well
he's
done.
got his as extreme setup as Matt Weston's parents. Hopefully they've had something to eat. Next up, the Dutch. Brand new pairing, Kimberly Bos and Yuri van Kupperveld. It's a first team race for both athletes. 0.18 RT, not bad. She knows how to get down this track well, Kimberly Bos. Fast, fluid style. 3 consecutive World Cup wins in women's skeleton in the last 3, or the previous 3 World Cup races, not including today. Today it was a top 10 run as well. But she's not holding a candle to Xiaodan. Is this the track now? Is this the snow? Is this the weather? It's frosting up. More snow on the straights. The weather has changed, and so has the track. This might have been the last 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 10, the tipping point in terms of pace. Because Kimberly Bos is better than a 103.18. Xiaodan came down 101.46. Kimberly Bos is not a second and a half slower than Xiaodan.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, there are no swear words in Dutch, which is why they have to use English. Apparently. Yuri van Kupperveld. My phone's now going to start. My phone is now going to start buzzing with all our Dutch crew swearing at me in Dutch. So, Yuri van Kupperveld, well, it's been an interesting day for him. Made his World Cup debut in a men's race in the snow this morning. Didn't get a second run then, gets a run this evening. And hey, guess what? It's snowing and windy as well. Well, a great opportunity, though, for the Netherlands to be represented, adding another nation into the melting pot. Reaction time, 0.16, that's good. I mean, considering it's the first time he's done this for real, that's a really impressive RT. 8.06 the start, again, against Lin Chen-wei, you are going to lose out at the start. th best speed. Look at the track as the sled goes under the camera. You can see how frosty it looks. You can see the shiny marks from the runners. That's the humidity in the air meeting the refrigerated ice. Same as when you open the freezer door in your kitchen. 2.9 back. China wants stay in the leaders box. 2:03.95 for the Netherlands. But a first time in the competition for a Dutch team, which is always good. So Kim Bos offering her congratulations to her teammate. Congratulations to Yuri on making his World Cup debut in the men's race this morning and in the team race this afternoon. There he is, down in 11, little low in 11. I think the speed is not in the track any longer. Might actually feel quite similar to how it was in his first heat this morning. But there you go, double bubble. 2 races for the price of 1. Not strictly actually, because you do have to pay for the entry, but anyway. Next up, our 14th team, our 13th actual team competing, Mystique Rowe and Austin Florian. 5th in the World Championships together. This is their 2nd race as a duo. 8:66 getaway for Mystique Rowe. Reaction time 0.18, pretty decent. And Austin Florian with a couple of medals in this format in the World Cup start. Silver in Altenberg in December with Sarah Roderick. And 3rd with Katie Ulender as well in Altenberg in February 24. Still in the green over Xiaodan. Nice looking run, but where is the speed? Mystique Rowe is doing everything right. The track is definitely not helping. Gap's coming down to a 10th. This could be a big upset. Across the line, 500 in it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, now then. 1:01.16 for Xiaodan. So 0.11 in it. All right, Austin Florian not happy with his men's race. Let's see if he can produce the goods in the final run down the track. Some days it's your day, some days it's not. The snow and the very changed conditions in the second heat didn't do much to help him. Let's see if he's got something for this weather. 3rd time of asking. Good reaction time, 0.18. And they're just 100th behind the Chinese. Austin Florian really starts strongly. But the question is the track going to help? It's not, is it? Well, Lin had a better men's race than Austin Florian did. So Lin Chenwei with a better run here as well. Better track conditions definitely help that. And Austin Florian dropping half a second back. The gap opens up nearly 0.6 of a second now. It's still a good looking slide. I think the track is just not fast enough. China with the lead by 64 hundredths, 2:01.51 for Team USA 1. And it's now China 1-2, USA 3-4. So USA 1, 13 hundredths behind USA 2. And the snow not making today much better, I'm afraid, for Austin Florian and Mystique Rowe. I think Austin Florin will be happy to see the back of a snowy Friday in Winterberg. So they slip into 4th place as we get to the first of our German teams. This is Germany 2. Jackie Pfeiffer, the hometown queen, and fellow Winterberger Lukas Neidegger. World Championship bronze with Axel Jung, World Championship gold in Altenburg 2020 and silver in 2021 with Alexander Gassner. Bronze in Samaritz with Felix Seibel. Yes, she knows how to get medals. Yes, she knows this track. No, the snow is not going to help her either. 9.45 the start for Jacka. Now, she'll be in the red all the way down, and 1.3 back coming into the Kreisel. I'm not sure even Jacqueline Pfeiffer can find that against Chaldan in these conditions. On equal ice, she wouldn't have been 1.3 back. In equal conditions, you would say that she's got to be right in there. 1.33 back. First real start with a reaction for Lukas Neidegger. First time in the team's competition. Being cautious with the start, 2600s, didn't want to jump it. That is really absolutely the end of your race if you jump the start. You might be just a few hundreds quicker than your rivals, but the penalty that you pay is enormous in terms of time that is added on. Well, Jacqueline Pfeiffer, 1.33 down at the line. I'm afraid that Lukas Neidegger's not going to do much about that. I think the track has gone, and I'm not sure that anybody is going to be beating the Chinese. We'll wait to see. We still have 4 teams to go. 1 from Germany, 1 from Austria, 2 from Great Britain. Across the line, 10th place for Germany too. Wow. Well, I think since the snow arrived, it's been all but impossible to find speed. Let's see what the remaining 4 teams have got for us. Hanne Neisser and Felix Kaisinger competing together for the first time. Track work is trying to make sure that the track is clear. Hanne Neisser, World Championship gold medal with Christopher Groothair in Samaritz 2023. Felix Kaisinger, silver in the World Cup race in Samaritz 2024 with Suzanne Kreher. That race won by Valentina Margaglia and Amadeo Banyas. China has not yet claimed a medal in a team competition. I think that is about to change. 9.13 for Hanne Neisser. Looks like occasionally a little less snow coming down. But it's the humidity in the air, it's the frosting, it's the snow lying on the track. A little hit in 6 didn't help, but look at the speed. Only 15th fastest from Hannah Neisser. 0.42 back from Xiaodan. It's been a slightly topsy-turvy day all the way round in skeleton. China will have the advantage by nearly 0.3 of a second after the first leg for Germany 1. 101.74 for Hannah Neisser. 101.46 for Xiaodan. So lots to do for Felix Kaisinger. No Christopher Grote this evening. I sort of anticipated that after he had to rehab a leg muscle tear over the Christmas New Year break. 2 pushes in the men's competition, probably enough. Look at the quads on Kaisinger. Just looks like he's got padding stuffed down his lycra. He absolutely has not. .19, good reaction time. Does he outstart Lin Chen-wei? 8.03, he does not. 7.85 for Lin. So 0.2 quicker, give or take. And they needed more than that. And of course, Lin with that extra velocity early on. So the gap will grow. Now, if he can stop bleeding by the Kreisel, then they might be able to turn this around. Out of 9, 0.65. It's a long, long reach. I'm not sure, no. Look, it's just 100th here, 100th there. Hannah Neisser's already given that one up. 0.61. China lead, 3 to go. China 1-2, USA 2 is third. Germany 1 splits the Americans, they're fourth. And Hannah Neisser, well, the snow has just about stopped, but the track is gone. What can you do? It's a good run from Kaisi, good run from Hannah Neisser as well. But 2 Germans in top form. Unfortunately, the track not helping them too much. And Lin Chen-wei, what a start as well. Outstarting Felix Kaisinger by 0.2 of a second nearly. You're really getting off the block. Okay, 3 to go. So Austria for a medal or China? Maybe both, who knows? Janine Flock, winner in the women's competition earlier this afternoon. Her 40th World Cup medal. Claimed gold to take it. This is her first team competition since the World Championships in Koenigsegg in 2017, when she was in as the female skeleton slider in the 4-leg skeleton, male and female, and 2-seat women's bob and 2-seat men's bob competition. So first time in 7 years she's been 7 seasons, 8 seasons now in a team competition. She was outstanding. .100th up over Xiaodan. And across the line, a 10th in the lead. Okay, now maybe. Lot of pressure on Sammy Meyer, though. Of course, I say it's her first team race since the World Championships in 2017. It's not. It's her first since the World Championships in 2024, when she and Sammy Meyer took 8th place. But regular season, well, I guess the World Championships 2017 wasn't regular season either. All right. Her second in 8 seasons. So Sammy Meyer led after the first heat of the men's competition in the snow, took a silver medal, equaling his best ever, in fact, his best ever World Cup result. Let's hope Mickey Grumberger put the sled in the correct groove, which he didn't do for Janine's winning run in the second heat of the women's race. As an afterthought, says, go, 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 12 hundredths of a second, great reaction time. Sammy Meyer is up for this now. He's not going to outstart Yin Chen Wei, but can he outdrive him? The snow has stopped. Is there speed to be found? Third best velocity. Sammy Meyer is in the form of his life this season, but 3200s back already. They're a 10th up after the first heat. This is going to be enormous. Gaps coming down. Best speed from Sammy Meyer. Is there enough speed left in the track? This is going to be absolutely epic if he can bring it off. Best speed from Meyer again, down to 1500s. He's got ice left to do it in. If he can continue this clean run, down to 900s, it's going to be close. He's going to take the lead away from China, is he? No! The Chinese will take a medal. They've been stood out there for like 4 hours in the ice and snow. Oh! Now, it's not all over for Austria. China, Austria, China is the top three with 2 to go. Oh, Sammy with the best speed. It looked like it was coming. The gap was down into single digits. And maybe too much of a wave in 11. A good start from Sammy Meyer. Janine Flock had the lead over Xiaodan, but Lin Chen Wei is a tough cookie to crack. Big, big day for both of them in their individual competitions. Now, 2 to go. Tabby Sturker and Marcus Wyatt won together in Altenburg in December. Tabby was a silver medalist in the World Championships with Matt Weston. And Marcus Wyatt was 4th in the World Championships here with Amelia Coltman, but the start is under review. That means there may be a jump start. That will be checked. As of now, no penalty, but we will wait and see. So we'll go to a second clock and look at the motion sensors again. 700s up on China. Nice looking run from Tabby Sturker. But dropping behind China. 1100s back. Might still be doable if Marcus Wyatt has an absolute stormer and there is no jump start penalty. No, 3200s back. That's not going to happen, is it? GB Warner out of the medals. China are looking potentially at least a silver, I think. Early start confirmed. And that's the end of it, effectively. 700s of a second.
A false start! Oh no! What happened?
It happens. At least it's not the Olympic Games or the World Championships. However, she will be twitchy about that the next time that we go to the line, won't she? So Marcus Wyatt, really just for the experience of this now. I don't know if the coaches have told him that there was a jump start. Either way, there was, so he's still going to give it his best because that's what you do. He's a competitor, he's going to compete. Second best velocity. Stop, 7.80. That's a blinding getaway from Marcus Wyatt. Faster than Lin Chen Wei. Now, Tabs was 1100s back. Was she more than that? No, she was more than that, wasn't she? 94 minus 62, 32 hundredths back. So with that penalty, they're in a 9/10 of a second hole as Marcus kicked off his leg. 88 hundredths, he's not closing. I think it's going to be a quicker run at the line. It's a 59.52 slide. Ooh, that is quick from Marcus Wyatt. That is quick. But unfortunately, the full start for Tabby Sturcker means that they will plunge down the order. 7th place with 1 to go. Well, she didn't start before the audible sound, but the reaction time, 700ths of a second after it, is judged to be too fast for a legal reaction. Oh well, there you go. Easy come, easy go. Amelia Coltman and Matt Weston, the final team. China lead, Austria second, China third. Can Great Britain grab a medal? Amelia Coltman 4th in the World Championships, Matt silver in the 2024 World Championships with Tabby Sturcker, silver in the 2023 World Championships with Laura Dees. So in the red, off a 1300ths of a second reaction time. That's a quick getaway, but just a whisker slower at 8.95. And this is to grab a medal. China, having been, what were they? They were the 5th team out before the weather changed. Looking like they may well be set for a gold. Oh, little clatter there. It all depends how far back Amelia Coltman is. She's not having a run like the one she did in the women's race. She's a second back. It's going to be gold for China, unless Matt Weston produces something spectacular. 1.2 seconds back. 1:02.65. Well, Matt was nearly a second clear on one run in the men's competition. But goodness gracious. Well, track announcer is saying exactly the same. Matt Weston needs a Wunderlauf, a wonder run, to take the gold away from China. Oh boy, he produced an absolutely spectacular run in the second heat of the men's competition to take the lead and to take the gold away. He was a 100th, 200ths behind Sammy Meyer after the first run and won by over 9/10. It's got to be better than that. It has to be even more spectacular. 0.18, good reaction time. What's the start? 7:88. So just 300 slower than Lin Chen Wei. So now Matt Weston needs to drive 1¼ seconds faster down the track than Lin, and surely that's not possible. 1.26. 1.24, not making enough inroads. We saw Sammy Meyer hitting the high speed numbers, getting it down to single digits, and even he couldn't overhaul. 1.1, second best speed for Matt Weston at the moment. Great Britain 2, 1.1 back, not going to be close to the medals. Matt Weston across the line, they are 8, it is gold for China. Lin Chen Wei and Xiao Dan, gold for China, 8th for GB2, behind their teammates. Well, a good start from Matt Weston, a good drive, but not quite enough. Amelia Coltman got a lot of the zero curve and just didn't find the speed on the ice. And Matt, great reaction time, really strong start, just 300 slower than Lin Chen Wei of China. Marcus White with the fastest start, by the way, 7.80, but there you go.
Oh, Mills, oh. Well done.
See you in Moritz.
Yep, see you in Samoritz. That'll be the next time there on ice. And for now, for the very first time in the medals, and at the top of the podium, Xiaodan and Lin Chen-Wei of China. 5th teams competition for Xiaodan, her 6th in fact, and with her 4th different partner, and for the first time, rookie Lin Chen-Wei and Xiaodan of China take gold. Congratulations. China's first medal in the mixed team skeleton competition comes here in a snowy Winterberg in Germany. And that rounds out a long and weather-affected day. China, Austria and China too, those are the medal winners. So not just one medal for China, but 2. USA 2 take 4th ahead of the better of the German teams. Then USA 1. If you take 0.62 off 0.89, well, the GB1 team should have been in the bronze medal position, just 0.29 away from the leaders, but they weren't, and they aren't, and they didn't. So there you go. That is the mixed team competition, and they'll be at it again next time out in Samoritz in a week from now. Skeleton starts Friday next week. We will see you then. Until then, from everybody here after a long day trackside in the Hochsauerland, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, we'll see you tomorrow. Bobsleigh starts 11 CET, 10 GMT. Bye for now.
Vor 2 Minuten 1,9.